At this juncture, may we call on the Vice President for Academic and Student Affairs, Dr. Christine Y. Opolensya, to introduce our guest of honor for today's affair.
Thank you. To our University President, fellow Vice President, the Dean for the College of Education, Laboratory High School Principal, other university officials, faculty members, esteemed guests, parents, and candidates, good afternoon. It is my honor to introduce our distinguished speaker today, a dedicated professional in education and information technology from the city of Mandaluyong. He holds a Master of Science in Information Technology from De La Salle University, with his thesis focusing on a technology adoption framework for quality management system. He also earned a Bachelor of Science in Information Technology from the Philippine Normal University. In addition, he is a Career Executive Service eligible and a licensed professional teacher. He has received several prestigious awards, including the 2019 Outstanding Non-Teaching Personnel Award, the 2018 Superintendent's Award, and the 2016 Public Service Award of Excellence. Currently, he serves as a District Supervisor at the Schools Division Office of Mandaluyong City. Having previously worked as an Information Technology Officer at the same office, his roles have included QMS Deputy Management Representative, Division Information Officer, and Division Public Assistance Coordinator. Furthermore, he is a part-time faculty member at Jose Rizal University and Far Eastern University Institute of Technology. He has also lectured at Enderun Colleges and STI College, Santa Mesa. Moreover, he is an active community mentor for the Google Educators Group Philippines and a community leader for the Google Educators Group in Mandaluyong. He has also been a volunteer counselor and peer educator for Love Yourself Incorporated since September 2011. His extensive training includes participation and leadership in various national and regional workshops, seminars, and capacity building programs, showcasing his dedication to continuous learning and improvement. Dear candidates, guests, please rise and join me in welcoming Mr. John Daryl S. Mercado, a true leader, educator, and innovator. A round of applause, please. Thank you.
Please be seated. Thank you for that introduction po, ma'am. To our University President, Dr. Maria Eugenia M. Yanco, to our Vice Presidents, Dr. Rodolfo L. Ducut, Dr. Magno M. Kendangan, Dr. Christine Y. Opolensya, and Dr. Salvacion J. Pacheco. To our college dean, my former computer teacher when I was second year high school, Miss Aliaga, but now Dr. Wendelin Aliaga Samarita. To our laboratory school principal, Dr. Melanie M. Averilla, good afternoon and thank you for extending your invitation to be your guest speaker for today. To the proud parents and most especially our grade 10 completers, good afternoon and congratulations. I don't normally speak based on a script except today because I don't want to disappoint my high school teachers. I am a spontaneous person. I speak what is in my mind and in my heart, free-flowing. We could talk all day, talking about different things, current events, politics, technology, anything, over a cup of coffee. I think I'm good at impromptu speech, but when I was in high school, just like you, I was never a contestant in any English contests, except that one time I played as a gay character in a stage play called Rent. I was an average student. I graduated from a public school in the city of Mandaluyong, Eulogio Rodriguez Elementary School. When we were about to graduate in grade 6, most of my classmates went to the city of Mandaluyong Science High School. I was not interested in that school because I know I'm not qualified, and also I know that I won't pass the admission test. When I applied here in Laboratory High School, I was admitted conditionally because I have a line of grade 7, a line of 7 grade in one of my subjects. I was assigned to Section 2 under Mrs. Miranda, and I don't know what happened. I fell to Section 4 when I was in second year. That was the last section that time under Mr. Zipagan. But that year, I was elected class president. My biggest responsibility so far. And maybe because of that, my grades became better. So when I moved to third year high school, I was assigned again to Section 2 under Mrs. Cabasag. There, I met my favorite science teacher, Mrs. Edna Cabrera, who was also the guidance counselor, and the one who served my suspension order for frequent tardiness. I was suspended for 3 days. To my surprise, when the sections were announced for my last year in high school, I was in Section 1, Section Diamond, under Miss Maria Cecilia Mercado Lojo. I would always say her middle name because we have the same name. Before, during our time, our section is primarily based on our grades. So maybe I did something right when I was in third year high school. A lot of things happened on my fourth year. I was elected to various clubs. I was president of MAPE Club under Miss Aida Daig. I was elected into the student council. And believe it or not, the position that I handled in the student council was being the escort. I don't know why, baka napagtripan lang. It was in fourth year high school that I discovered a lot of things. Parang doon ako nag-mature. It is there when I realized that if you stumble down, only you can pull yourself up again. Ang nanay ko po noon ay tindera sa palengke, sa ilalim ng marketplace. Sometimes nagmamanicure at pedicure po siya as her sideline. Ako naman po, I'm sure some of my teachers would remember, nagtitinda po ako noon ng yema at pastillas sa mga classmates ko. Kami ng pinsan ko yung gumagawa noon, pandagdag baon ko. Hindi nakakahiya yon kasi favorite yun ng classmates ko. Ubus na yon bago pa kami mag-recess. Sometimes, kapag kinakapos sa baon, mahal din kasi yung pagkain sa RTU, di ba? 50 pesos lang yung baon ko noon. Napipilitan ako maglakad pa uwi from RTU to San Filippinary Church kung saan malapit yung bahay namin. Life is tough. And I'm just so happy to see your parents here. Because I know how they work hard for you and how proud they are of your achievements today. And for that, again, congratulations. It is also in my fourth year when I had my identity crisis. Since first year, the whole high school knows my sexual orientation. Pero nanligaw ako ng girl nung fourth year, Sir Sipagan. Not just one, not just 2, but 3 girls. But no one said yes to me. And there I realized, paninindigan ko na lang to. Sorry to disappoint you, sir. Kidding aside, Just like any high school story, maybe your story as well, mine was fun and colorful. But you moving up today does not mean this is the end of the line. You still have to finish your high school, whatever track you choose, or your parents choose for you, or your friends choose for you. Then, if you think senior high school is enough, no. Or if you think your sleepless nights are enough, are over, no. College is the real deal. And I hope you will finish it too. 6 years na lang naman. I saw a lot of social media posts. I'm sure nakita nyo din to. Sabi sa mga video, diploma or diskarte. Sad to say, diskarte is not for everyone. Pero mas okay dumiskarte kung may diploma. The world of work is challenging. Mahirap maghanap ng work ang mga nakatapos mag-aral kasi marami silang competition, and maybe mas mahirap para sa mga hindi. Kaya finish your studies and finish it well. Finish it well. So allow me to say 3 things only, to somehow inspire you today. First, whenever someone asks my comment or opinion on anything, I always weigh things between, is it a right or a privilege? Karapatan o pribilehiyo? Your education is both a right and a privilege. First of all, the state guarantees our right to education. No argument on that. But the reality is, for you to get quality education here in the Philippines and go to a good school, just like RTU Laboratory High School, either you have parents who have generational wealth, or they work hard, or you are bright enough to pass admission tests. If you are like me, who doesn't have generational wealth, or kahit nag-work hard nun yung aking single mother, I suggest you study well. Because you and only you can bring yourself wherever you want to be. I wanted to be a nurse. But when my mother accompanied me to Centro Escolar University after attending a mass in Quiapo Church, we asked the registrar for the school fees. She told me, "Anak, makakapag-aral ka dito pero hindi tayo kakain." Because the tuition fee in CEU back then was too high. I'm sad, actually I cried, habang pauwi, nasa jeep, pang teleserye. Pero I know she is heartbroken as well, not to send me to the school that I want. So, I went to Philippine Normal University and studied education. First year, we paid for our tuition fees. Pero sabi ko, hindi pwede to. Kailangan kong dumiskarte. I applied for a scholarship and I was given a full scholarship at Charity First Foundation, pero may kapalit. I have to render 1 day every month to attend seminars and join community services. That's where I learned my sense of community, my sense of volunteerism. A year after college graduation in 2012, I want to take my master's right away. I enrolled in RTU Graduate School to take my master's. Month of June, I paid my tuition fees, pero sabi ko ulit, hindi to pwede. Sorry po. So I went to De La Salle University and got accepted in September that same year. Upon my admission, I applied for a scholarship. I got 100% scholarship. I did not pay anything. Thank you po. With the condition that I will finish it or else I will refund it. So again, study well to achieve that achieve the things that only privileged people can have. My second advice, be nice, be kind, be compassionate. The person sitting next to you, from your left or from your right, might be your doctor someday, might be your lawyer someday, might be the teacher of your future children. All of you can be someone someday. And we live in a very small world. We run on circles. You will definitely meet them again in the future, and they will definitely remember how you treated them today or before. I hope you did not bully anyone, because bullying brings traumatic experience that can last a lifetime. And if ever you were bullied, do not let that go through your heart. Use that as a motivation to become stronger to achieve your dreams. Again, be nice, be kind, be compassionate. My third and last advice today is something that all of you are aware. It's about social media, the internet, being an IT advocate. Nung pinanganak kayo at namulat na sa mundo, meron ng Facebook, Instagram, and many other online platforms. It is actually your language. It is your way of life. I hope that you are using it properly, and if not, start using it properly now. Because whatever you post in social media today will be there forever, even you delete it. You do not know if someone takes a screenshot of your post, of your conversations, or they have downloaded your videos, your photos, and use it against you in the future. So be careful. And even it is a cliche, paulit-ulit na advice, always think before you click. This advice is not just for the kids, but for the adults as well. Do not post your problems or do not rant if you can solve it. Do not share your personal problems if you can settle it privately. Do not share something that you do not have or that you are not. At the end of the day, our life is not limited within the four corners of our devices because there is a big world out there for you to explore. To end my speech to the Junior High School Batch 2024 of the Rizal Technological University Laboratory High School, congratulations, and together with your parents and your teachers, we hope that you achieve your dreams. Thank you very much. God bless, and enjoy your celebrations today.
Thank you very much to our guest speaker for today, Mr. John Daryl S. Mercado. Once again, let us give him a big, warm round of applause. Sir, it is an honor to have you here with us today. Now, to award the Certificate of Appreciation to our guest speaker, let us have Dr. Magno M. Kendangan, the Vice President for Research, Innovation, Extension Services, together with Dr. Rodolfo L. Ducut, Vice President for the Finance and Administration. May we kindly have our guest speaker, as well as Dr. Magno M. Kendangan, for the awarding of the Plaque of Appreciation. May we also request the presence of our University President, Dr. Maria Eugenia M. Yanco. Again, thank you so much, Mr. John Daryl Mercado, for being an instrument in inspiring our completers. At this